Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Aubrey and I might be addicted to coffee, but that is good news for you because today I'm going to show you how to make cold brew coffee at home 2 different ways. So grab your favorite coffee cup, put some ice in it, and get ready to enjoy the best cup of coffee you've ever had. All right, stick around. Before we get started on the how-tos, go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. And if you want more videos, go ahead and push that little bell notification. Let's get into it and let's learn how to make this delicious coffee at home. All right, here is what you are going to need. I like this organic coffee that they sell at Costco. Now, don't be fooled. They have a light roast and a dark roast. I have accidentally bought the light roast before. And for cold brew coffee, you really want to get the dark roast coffee. You'll need some kind of grinder. It's best to grind it yourself because you really need coarsely ground coffee in order to make cold brew. Then here are your 2 options. You can use just a regular mason jar. This is one of the larger ones I picked up at Target. It's like 6 cups or 8 cups. And then this is actually a toddy, and this is specifically made for cold brew coffee. So this is what we're going to get started with today. So here we go. We are placing our beans in our grinder, grinding them very coarsely. As you can see here, it's not a fine powder. And we're going to just place that straight into our jar. And we're going to fill up the jar until the 2-cup mark that you can see there on the side of the jar. And then we're going to fill the rest of it all the way up with purified water. Now, we love alkaline water at our house, and I can talk more about that later. We just pour it on in all the way till the very, very top. It's 2 cups of the coffee and about 6 cups of water. Slowly push all the grounds, make sure everything is completely submerged into the water. Give it a quick stir. And then once you've placed the lid on it, you can give it a shake or 2 ever so often to make sure the coffee is fully immersed in the water. Next, moving on to the toddy, you can see it has a stopper here at the bottom. Do not forget to put that in, or obviously you'll have water going all over your counter. Inside we have the filter, and we're just gonna place that right down inside. Now let's get started filling up the toddy. First, you put in 1 cup of water. With the toddy, we layer water, coffee grounds, several times. As you sprinkle it in, make sure that you're not just dumping it in one place. You want to evenly disperse it. And then we're going to add some more water on top of that. As you can see, the coffee grounds stay dry on the top. They just kind of sit there. So we're going to pour in about 2 more cups of water on top of those. I like to pour it in a circular motion so that I can make sure all the coffee is getting wet with the water. Next, we're just doing coffee, water until we are complete. And lastly, I use a fork again to very gently just push all the coffee grounds down inside. Do not stir with the toddy. Then I place them over to the side and I let them steep for 12 to 24 hours. If you're doing the mason jar, you might want to come and shake it ever so often because the coffee grounds do float. I only have a little bit left, guys. It's a sad day. I'm definitely gonna have to go buy some more of this, but I made 2 batches of cold brew for you guys today, so that makes me extra happy. So that means I'm gonna have coffee for days. All right, the coffee that we're making today does make a concentrated coffee, so you will see that we will actually be adding a little bit more filtered water here at the end step so that you're not like kicked in the face with caffeine, okay? So I was making the coffee and I'm about to get lunch ready, and look what I found, you guys, in this refrigerator. Why is there a lantern? Why is there a lantern in this fridge? I don't understand. So I don't know if it was all the coffee I was making, but I was feeling extra motivated and I needed to get lunch on the table. So I cleaned up as quickly as I could, and then I'm gonna start going over and getting lunch ready so that we can eat, because either way you gotta wait for that coffee to steep, and then I'll show y'all how to strain it here in just a minute. I'm gonna serve the macaroni for lunch, and I needed some veggies on the side. So I'm just chopping up some cucumbers and carrots. And you see that beautiful cup of coffee there? That apparently is what's keeping me going. I'm just making a really quick dip. It's super easy. It's just sour cream and the mayonnaise, and then you add in a bunch of dill and thyme, salt, pepper, onion, garlic powder. It's really, really easy, and we're about to enjoy our lunch. Back to the coffee. It is finally ready. So you will just get your strainer, and I like to line it with cheesecloth, and you're just gonna pour the jar straight inside. And I like to shake the coffee grounds so that I can pour the filtered water over the coffee for a little extra coffee flavor. I like to go ahead and pre-dilute it to store it so that I can just pour my cup and go. The very last step is to take whatever jar I store it back in the mason jar and put a very fine mesh strainer right on top, and then I'm just gonna pour it through there. The only thing with this method is you will always be left with a little bit of leftovers that just you can't quite filter through, which is why we have the toddy. And the toddy is specifically made for this, so all you do is you pull out the stopper and place it on a jar, and that filter I showed y'all earlier is so great that it really doesn't leave any of that sludgy stuff at the bottom. So this gives a much smoother, but you have to wait about 15 minutes for it to fill up. Cold brew is great because it's less acidic and it just has a great smooth flavor for coffee. So there we have it, cold brew coffee 2 ways. If you try it at home, let me know which is your favorite. Like and subscribe to this video, and I will see you soon.